Hey guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Chris, this is Ashlyn. We are sharing our experience of living abroad. We're currently in Berlin, Germany, and we're here to talk about some culture shocks that we experienced when we got here. So we're really excited to talk about it. Okay, the first thing we want to talk about is public transportation. This is something that I love about Germany. It's that you can really, honestly, well, specifically in Berlin, you can go anywhere you want just through public transportation. And I know there's some big cities in the US that you can do that, like New York. But overall, I'd say in most of the places you live in America, it's not super easy. You kind of have to have a car in order to travel around. And that's what I've really enjoyed in Berlin. And so we've experienced a lot so far with, public transportation, trying to figure out how to get to places. I know the first time it was going from the airport to our hotel, and that was kind of a nightmare, to be honest, because buying a ticket was all in German. We were able to even put in an English option, but it still was really confusing to know where we were actually going. So it's been kind of difficult figuring out which side to go on every time, but it's been kind of fun to know that we can go anywhere. And our son absolutely loves every train. He wants to go on a different train every single day. So we've honestly even gone train hopping just to see new places and kind of try to learn the public transportation system.
Yeah, I really love it too. And we're from Utah, and so there's literally one train there that goes through like maybe 6, 7 cities. It's pretty lame, honestly. So coming here has been a culture shock in that way because we're just used to driving everywhere. Everyone has a car. If you need to get somewhere, like you said, it's basically just you need a car or you won't get anywhere. Okay, so the next one I wanted to talk about was the time. So in the US you have what's called military time, and here I don't know exactly what it's called, but basically you're going by the hours. So in America, after 12 p.m. we do 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. But here we do 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours. And so it's kind of hard to remember, oh, like 3 p.m. means 15 hours or whatever. So when you are riding that public transportation and you look at the times of it, it will all be in the military time. And so that's kind of a different new thing for us to get used to, is knowing the different times.
Yeah, one little trick that I've learned is just to subtract 2, and it's that number. So if it's 18 o'clock, subtract 2. It's 16, take off the 1, and it's 6 o'clock. It's really random, but it helps me figure it out.
That's cool. I didn't know that.
Okay, cool. So, oh, you always need cash. Yeah, this one's, we've had a few difficult moments. We came actually with an American Express card, and we did have a bunch of cash that we immediately, we exchanged it for euros, and that was really helpful. But once that ran out, we started needing to use our card, and it's hit or miss on what.
No one takes American Express.
Yeah, no one seems to take American Express, so that's been really stressful. But in general, too, sometimes there's just places that they don't take any cards. Luckily, we were able to get another credit card, a Visa credit card, and I've just been using it using Apple Pay. That's been really nice, is that everyone seems to have, if they do take cards, they have this touchless technology, like obviously for Apple Pay, and that's just been super helpful. So we've been using that mostly, but it's always good to have some euros with you at all times.
Yeah, some people here only take cash. Like if you're wanting some really good street food and stuff like that, you need to make sure you have cash because some of them do not take cards.
And in general in America, it's pretty normal to just always use your card.
And we were always taught, I mean, not necessarily everyone, but I was taught, at least from where I'm from, that if you have a lot of cash on you, it's kind of dangerous if someone were to, stop you and try to grab your bags or whatever, and you have all that cash, you lose it all. So it's just kind of a different culture, I guess. So another one on our list is the homes and like apartments here are different than the American ones. So it's obviously the same as it's a room and stuff, but here there are no closets, and sometimes when you go to buy apartments, there are no kitchens. So when we've been currently apartment hunting, and we'll go in and there's absolutely nothing, like nothing. Whereas when you go to America and you go apartment shopping, it's like they have appliances and all of this stuff, and you don't have to pay extra for it either. It comes with it, but here you need to pay extra for the washer, you need to pay extra for the oven or for the cabinets, and that's something we're not used to. Also here, they consider everything a room. So the kitchen is a room, the bedroom is a room, the main living room is a room. Sometimes the kitchen and the main living room are one room. So when you are wanting to look for an apartment here, even on Airbnbs, sometimes it can be confusing if you see 3 rooms thinking, oh, I'm getting 3 bedrooms, but in reality, you're actually getting 2 bedrooms with a main room that has a kitchen in it. So that was new to us. We at first searched the wrong things. So
Yeah, and even light fixtures, like you go in there and there's not even a light bulb.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
you have to figure that out. You have to get an electrician and all that stuff. So it is an interesting world trying to figure out. Like I remember when we were like, oh, look at all these like 2-bedroom apartments, and we realized it was just 1 bedroom and then a main room.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing, bathrooms. That's a big one for having a toddler. So it's been a pretty big deal to get him to the bathroom when he needs to go to the bathroom, and that takes planning while you're here in Germany. In Utah, where we're from, you just expect every public place to have a bathroom. It's all free, and it's just something you take for granted. And here in Germany, either they don't have a bathroom. So we were just at H&M the other day at the mall, and like one lady told us there was a bathroom, so we went all the way upstairs to go to this bathroom that didn't exist, and then the other lady was like, oh, there's no bathroom. So I literally went to like 3 or 4 stores and there was no bathrooms. Finally found this public bathroom that you technically needed to pay. I had my toddler and they said, oh, he can go free. But it took forever, and then I think just an hour later, Ash and I go to the bathroom and had the same situation.
Yeah.
It's just tricky. So everywhere you go, when you're going to be at a place for a long period of time, you kind of need to know, okay, is there a bathroom in this area, especially when you have a toddler, and where can we go quickly? Sometimes we've gotten lucky where we're on a train and they have a bathroom on the train, and that's been super helpful when you have a toddler. But that's been interesting for sure.
Yeah, so another one that was a shock to us was things are closed on Sunday. In our past videos, if you watched those, you heard how we lost our luggage, we came and it was Sunday, and we ended up being really screwed because we didn't realize everything was closed on Sundays, besides a few little shops or something. But when you're first coming here, you have no idea what's going on, and you're just trying to go to a regular store. We were just trying to get essentials and everything was closed. And apparently that's a big thing here. Now that we know, it's totally fine, and we're not, we're fine with it, but it's just a good thing to know is that on Sundays in Germany, things are closed. And so just be aware of that before traveling.
Yeah, and I think I really appreciate the fact that we've always been surprised how many people are actually out on Sundays, even though everything's closed. It seems like definitely a family day or a church day, and I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
In Utah, we also try to keep this Sunday kind of more of a family day, but at the same time everything's still open. So it's kind of a cool thing that here in Germany they kept that going strong. Obviously, we've learned now there's a few stores that are open, like main grocery stores and a few like cafes, but overall everything's closed, especially like the malls and everything.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, so Yeah, just a general thing is noticing the differences between Americans and Germans and their personalities. Americans like to be over the top and super kind, um, to the point where you're almost wondering if they're being fake or not.
Well, Americans are fake.
They
Like,
are fake. I was just trying to sound really.
yeah, I think Americans are super fake.
That could be a generalization a little bit, but after living in Europe and coming back to America, you realize, whoa, everyone's just like over the top, trying to be sounding super kind and nice all the time when they might not. When you might hear that they're talking about you behind your back. Whereas here in Germany, we've noticed that people are a lot more straightforward. They'll tell you exactly how it is. They'll tell you what they're thinking. If you're doing something wrong, they'll let you know right away that you're doing something wrong. And sometimes we can take it personally, but I try to remember, if that's just the culture here. They'll tell you how it is, and it's not. I don't think it's out of a way to be. They're not trying to be mean. They're just very straightforward people.
Okay. The next one, I want to go through recycling. So I think that it's awesome here how eco-friendly everything is. Definitely new to us. They have different bins for literally everything to recycle, so you kind of learn, okay, what is trash? What is paper? What is this, And you can recycle different things. We don't have that from Utah. No one recycles. I mean, we have recycle bins, but no one follows the rules. No one knows how to recycle there. So that's a really great thing about living here.
Yeah, and it's almost scary sometimes when you have all these different options. I'm still learning, like, what.
You're like, oh, I just threw away the wrong thing.
Just today, this lady just took my bottle from me instead of having me put it in. I guess she was collecting bottles. And I'll add to that, just in general, it's very clean. For how many people live in Berlin, we're pretty impressed with how clean it is and how like people maintain everything. In Utah or even in bigger cities like New York, you just notice a lot of trash everywhere. And I really appreciate how clean it is here and how people, really take care of the environment here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Oh, this is a simple thing, but just in general, the grocery stores, how you have to grab a basket or grab a cart when you walk in. Sometimes we've had moments where we just literally need to grab one thing, and the person at the front, as you walk in, makes you grab a basket. At first I was a little confused, like, wait, why do we need a basket? In America, you can go and walk into the grocery store and you don't need a cart. You can grab a cart, but you don't need one. You can just go in and you grab stuff, or you can grab a basket, but there's no requirement there. In general, the grocery stores are just a little bit different too. Like, we've noticed, there'll be, during the day when we're shopping and stuff, there'll just be huge things in the aisles and we can't get through them with our strollers. And that's been kind of tricky, whereas like in Utah, that stuff seems to happen a little bit more in the middle of the night. They kind of work 24/7, and so they're doing that if you go in there way late at night, but during the day you don't really see that happening too often. So it's been a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. One shock, especially if you're coming from Utah, or even like a small town, is the beer and alcohol here, and even smoking here is a lot more than from where we're from. We see tons of bottles everywhere, tons of wine and beer and alcohol, a lot more drunk people. So that's just a totally different culture shock, at least to me it was, because I'm from Utah and no one drinks really. And if they do, it's just like at their house. It's not like you drink on the streets and stuff. So if you have little kids and stuff, it's just new to them, and you try to teach them the best you can of just being safe around them. And also the age here to drink is, I don't remember, I think it's like 15 or 16. I don't know. Someone comment and tell me because I'm probably wrong. But it's a lot younger than America, which is 21. There's younger kids drinking. So just kind of knew it.
And that being said, I mean, we lived in like Latvia, Lithuania, like there was a lot more drunk people there.
A lot more drunk.
So in general, I would say in Berlin, we haven't ran into too many like drunk people who are like coming up and talking to us or anything.
Just a few.
Just here and there, but it still feels very safe in that regard.
Yeah, but if you're coming from like a place like us, that you would be like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, and I notice I smell alcohol more often than I did in Utah.
We can just go through like two more.
Yeah, so just the drinks. Just know that you're not gonna often get ice in America. Everyone's obsessed with having a ton of ice in their drinks, and in general, just having huge drinks. They're large. It's like literally that large, and they just drink so much soda. Here, it's like everything's usually in bottles. I've only seen a couple actual soda machines. Everything's in bottles and they're small amounts. And
okay guys, so our toddler just woke up, so Chris is with him right now. So I thought I would just kind of finish this video. And I also just wanted to say, these are just our observations. These are just our opinions, and we are not here to offend anyone or anything like that. We're literally just describing like what we have noticed here. We love Germany, we love the people. We would never mean to offend anyone, and we're sorry if this video ever came across like that. But I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't seen our videos from before of us moving here, go check those out. We hope to have a video every week. But once again, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you guys like this video and want us to do another one, we have a whole nother list actually, since it kind of got canceled late, but let us know. We can totally do another one. But this was super fun, and